the Christmas season is upon us. Christmas decorations out everywhere and music being played in the stores. And you have a new album coming out, Tinsel Time, on November 24th. Is this your first solo album?
This is my first solo album.
Why Christmas in particular?
When I was little, I always just used to, I still do it. It's such a terrible habit. I walk around and I don't even realize it, but I'm just singing. I just walk around singing. Like in the grocery store, people are just like staring, like, what is she doing? I just sing unconsciously. And so growing up, my parents always called me their little songbird. And I always loved Christmas music. I'm one of those people that starts listening to Christmas and music in October and my whole life. And so I always wanted to have a Christmas album. I don't know. When I was little, that was a big childhood dream of mine, and it was way before I thought I wanted to pursue singing, and far before I thought I wanted to had any interest in acting. And so here I am. But the album came about, in short, in a nutshell. Last year, I was telling one of my friends, a publicist friend of mine, I was like, I have all these goals. There's so many things I want to do in life. Like, I love acting. That's my first passion and my first love, as far as my creative outlet goes. But I want to have a Christmas album, and I want to do this, and I want to do this, and blah blah blah. I'm going down my laundry list, and he's like, whoa, where are you on the Christmas album? And I was like, I'm not. Like, I don't know. I was like, all I know is that people make Christmas albums all the time. So, and most Christmas songs are generally covers. So, I don't know the legal work behind it, but it's got to be pretty easy because people do it. And so I was like, so do I talk to an entertainment lawyer first, or do I talk to a producer? And he's like, I don't know. So then he put me in touch with Rob Christie, my music producer, who at the time was just going to be kind of a sounding board for me. And Rob was so kind, and he just kind of answered all my, kindergarten questions about the music industry. And then Rob was like, you know what, I'll just produce your single with Eric Martzoff, just because you seem a little lost on this. Let me just help you out. And I was like, okay. Then I got there, and Field and Chuck Berghofer, who's an amazing drummer and bassist, they were Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra's musicians for years, for decades. And so we had a lot of success with Baby It's Cold Outside, and then because of that, they were like, let's record a full album. So that's how we got to where we are now. But it all started back when I was like 5, singing Christmas music at the top of my lungs, spinning around in circles.
So what is the style of the songs, like jazz style or different styles? Or
Yeah, it's a little bit different styles. I have 2 penned original tracks. One's called Tinsel Time, which of course is also, the title of the album. And that's an upbeat, kind of classic, like Jingle Bell Rocky style, Jingle Bell Rocky sounds like a movie. Jingle Bell Rock style music. And then the other original one is called Santa, We're All Waiting on You. And those are written by a producer in New York I worked with when I did last year. I did a benefit concert for veterans in New York. And so the guy who set me up with that, his name is Donald Benjamin. He's such a sweetheart. He's also a music producer and a writer. He wrote those. So I sang those 2, which are original tracks. And then you've got some classics. You have Santa Baby, Baby It's Cold Outside with Eric Martzoff, of course, is on there. I've Got My Love to Keep Me Warm, which is not a traditional Christmas song, but it totally fits in with the vintagey, jazzy feel. And then Silent Night and First Noel, which are sung a cappella, and they're actually ended up being my favorite tracks.
Who's been your influences in music? You mentioned like
Frank Sinatra and
Dean Martin and
Yeah, well, my whole life, people have always said, they're like, you were born in the wrong time period. Which I don't fully agree with, but I get what they mean, because I'm like 85 years old inside. I call myself Nana all the time as I'm referring to myself in the third person. But yeah, I love Frank Sinatra, Gerald, Tony Bennett, Bobby Darin, Dean Martin. I had like figurine dolls of them growing up. I would always steal my parents' vinyls and CDs, and they'd be like, where did all my Frank Sinatra CDs go? I was like, I don't know. Barbra Streisand, just really amazing artists like that. I even love Celine Dion. I love Celine Dion. She's not like completely in their exact genre, but she's really like a classic artist, and I love anything by the Rat Pack being jazzy and kind of fun like that.
Well, where can people find your CD? It'll be available on your website. Is it available,
Yes.
on iTunes and all that too?
Yes. So it will be. I'm selling it obviously on my website, which is jenlilley.com, and the perk of that is it's going to be the same price as everywhere else. Actually, it might end up being cheaper because I'm not exactly sure. Like, I think Amazon and things, I think they make their own price. I'm not exactly sure how that works. Last year they did. It's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
They charge people way too much for my single. But so if people order it from my website, I'm going to sign every CD, and I'm also going to send them a personalized Christmas card. So I just am doing that as a bonus for the fans if they want to buy it from me. If not, it's it will be available on iTunes, Amazon Music, Google Play, anywhere digital media is available and sold. It will be sold, and it will also be in select stores. I know it'll be music in Los Angeles is going to sell it, and then we're not sure from there. So, yeah, I'm super excited.